I love that. Yeah, that intro is long as crap, but it took me forever to put it together. So f you guys.
I love every one of those movies. You pick some
we
good scenes from that. I don't think people appreciate that
Oh, that's
trailer
what I'm
enough.
talking.
There's
That's
some
that's
good
why you're my
scenes in there.
boy, man. That's why
Yeah.
we're like this. Come here.
Okay. Oh,
Wrong
wrong.
side.
Oh.
No, I do love those movies, and I love all those those clips. They take. I
Yeah.
hate like saying it's work. It's not
But
work
it
to me. It's
is.
fun. It's fun to me. It's fun to me. Like hunting down those scenes. Like it's a little bit of it's fun to me. Putting it together
Sometimes.
is like the best part. Yeah, it's worth it.
Sometimes it's fun.
But when you can't find that clip, but yeah, it's a bitch. But money, thanks for stopping by. Money in the bank, baby. Uh I saw you went to a Laugh Factory. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, that was my first time being
It's
a
pretty cool, right? It's,
SoCal resident. Yeah,
you
that was
piece of
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. I had a quesadilla there. It was actually pretty bomb.
Oh
So that
really?
was unexpected. But yeah, I gotta see. So Calvin, low key collector, he put me up onto that guy Keon that I saw with you in San Diego.
Mm.
Um, and so I guess that's where Keon started, like the chocolate sundaes. So so we went out there and dude, it was pretty good, man. Like Keon went up and he was like the host, I guess, but for like 5 minutes, and then like another guy came on that was the actual host of like the
The whole
show,
thing.
and then he went up in between each comedian, and all the comedians were really good too. Like most, there was like I have to say there's probably like six comedians, different comedians that went up for 5 minutes each or whatever. Um, but they were all pretty good, so I had a good time.
It was Calvin's birthday, right?
Yeah, on Friday. So
Okay.
Saturday we hung out at his house and had like a game night kind of thing, and then Sunday it was me, him, and Miguel that went over to Laugh Factory. So
Yeah. Look cool, man. I went there by myself a couple of times when I was up there, up in the LA area. No, it's not even LA.
Hollywood.
It's in Hollywood. I don't like how you guys call LA everything. Like LA is
It is
like
L.A. though.
I
Hollywood's
know.
part of L.A.
Yeah, I
It's
know. But
L.A.
it's like
County. That's why.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
bothers me so much. I'm like, I'm in LA. Where's this thing? It's in Ventura. It's like
Oh,
then
I
it's
know.
not LA. It's like I gotta go to Ventura now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Oh man, cherry cookie. That was like the beginning of the movie. I got that. I got it. But that's cool, man. Sounds like a good weekend. I don't care. You're not gonna ask me about my weekend, so
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah,
put it.
yeah.
No, my weekend was pretty good. My birthday was last week, so on my birthday, I usually try to do nothing. Like when I say nothing, I don't want to do anything. Like
Wait, you went
people
on a
have,
trip though, no? Or is it?
yeah,
Did it?
yeah,
How was that?
yeah. It was freezing. It was
Freezing, huh? Was it snowing over there?
it was snowing. Yeah, it's snow. It's the cool snow too. It's like the thick ass snowflakes where it's like
Wow.
only on movies. So I was like putting my tongue. I was like, ah.
Oh
And the
shit.
New Yorkers were like, put your mouth on what you know.
Close your mouth, dumbass.
Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but yeah, that's
God. Oh, you can't say it. Can't say it.
yeah.
Dumbass is allowed though, I think.
Yeah. Probably because I cut my subscriptions by around $200. I watched a lot of John Candy movies recently. Excited for this.
Damn,
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah, Mark, if you want to join in, let me know. Yeah, man. Like I don't have much. I think I only have now. I'm borrowing my brother's stuff
Yeah,
or somebody else's
I
stuff. So
borrow too. I think that's how it goes. You borrow one, you share another.
yeah, I got rid of HBO. I don't know, but anyways, like yeah, it was good. It was good. It was so I got this. I'm gonna unbox this while we're doing this
What?
movie review. Have you
Oh,
seen
dude,
that?
I saw that. Where'd you get that? That's sick. I
It,
was gonna get that for P Rock. I
I
wonder
got
if
it in
he
New
has
York.
that.
It was at a Momo. It's like
I bet you I could find it on Amazon.
you can find it on Amazon, but that's it's pretty cool. It's all in
That is dope.
Japanese.
I don't know.
And,
That's crazy. I literally saw that on Instagram the other day.
yeah, they
That's
sold
cool.
that this Museum of Modern Art or something like that. But yeah, I'll be unboxing this for right now. And but we are gonna get into some spoilers. So in case you haven't seen it, who's here? I don't know if I need to do this anymore. To be honest, I feel like
It's old.
I
I don't know. I get it's good to say it. Like we're gonna discuss the movie, and we always do spoiler discussions. We never do spoiler free discussions. So
yeah, spoiler free discussions are too hard. Like if it's a new movie, I get it,
I
but for
wouldn't even
old
know what to
movies,
say.
I know you're like it was good.
Yeah,
The lighting was good, but here it is so far.
that's dope, man.
It's cool that you've seen this. Like I don't know too many people. Like I showed my friends up there, they've never heard of it. Here's the
It's
top.
it's so cool because that old school Godzilla kind of looks like the -1 Godzilla. So it's like,
Yeah, that's why I got it. I was like, it looks
yeah.
close enough, and it has like a
It
sound.
makes a noise.
It has a
Like,
theme
oh
music.
shit.
It opens up too, but the whole thing, the whole gist of this whole thing is like you give Godzilla your coins.
Wow. How much does it tell you how much? Well, you wouldn't even be able to read it, huh? How much like change it'll hold?
I can read Japanese by the way,
Or is
but
it one
thanks
at a
for
time?
asking.
You can? No, you
No, I
can't.
can't.
Get out of there. Man,
I got a
only
small.
talents, huh?
I had to get a small screwdriver. I got it right here, but that's. I like how. Do you like this kind of stuff where it's like locked down by a screw, whatever,
Yeah.
the battery
I mean,
compartment? You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't? You like
I
when it's
don't.
just that little clip where you
Yeah,
push it
you
in
press
and
it down and just.
I guess that's
pull it back.
easier.
Yeah. But not getting into spoilers. What do you think of this movie, man?
I love this movie. I don't remember how young I was when I saw it for the first time. I was definitely a kid. My mom showed me and my brother. I was probably a little older, maybe like 10 or 11. My brother would have been like 7 or 8. But yeah, it was hilarious as a kid. This goes without saying. I feel like the last couple movies we watched, like some of the stuff, I understand more as an adult than I did as a kid.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hilarious. One of the best John Candy movies. I need to watch more John Candy movies because
Oh man, yeah.
when I look back, all I really remember is like, Who's Harry Crumb, The Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck. There's got to be other ones, but like he's done a lot, dude. And like those are the main 3 that pop up in my head when I think of John Candy.
His humor gets me. Like his reactions to things, his way to he's very sarcastic. He's very
Yeah,
he's a big guy too. Like not big
Yeah.
only as in like wide, but tall too. Like when he's
Yeah,
walking
he's
next to
tall.
people, I'm like shit, like a football player right there.
yeah. Is he a comedian or is he an actor?
He started off as a he did plays. So
Oh,
he did
wow.
like
So
not
he's been
stand
an
up.
actor.
Yeah. He did that. Then he jumped off to SNL. Then from SNL, they bounced him to a couple of movies, and they liked him so much they did a ton of that stuff. Oh yeah, Plane, Trains, and
Oh,
Automobiles.
duh. How could I forget that one?
That's with
That's
Steve
good.
Martin. Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I don't remember exactly when I saw this thing, but I also like I think I told you in backstage. I have this movie on DVD, Blu-ray, Disney. No, what's it called on. I downloaded it for my Apple TV. I have a bootleg version.
Wow.
Yeah, I love this movie from like, I love the actor firsthand, you know, and anything he's in, I feel like 90% it's good, and I could relate to him so much in this movie. He's he's a character. He's like multiple characters in this movie, and I think we spoke about this. Like, this movie might be one of those cancel movies because he portrays many characters.
I was thinking about that when I watched it, and then I got
Yeah.
mad at myself for thinking that. I was like, why do I notice that? Like when I was a kid, I didn't notice that. I didn't think it was racist, but I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I notice shit like that now. Like some of the characters he plays, I was like, is this racist? Is it not racist? Am I allowed to laugh at this still? Am I a piece of shit because I laugh at this? And I wish I didn't think about that stuff, but that's the shit you think about nowadays. So it's like, damn. But yeah, because one of my favorite characters he does is arguably the worst one. It's my favorite one. I don't even want to do the damn voice because I don't want to get canceled. The air conditioning one. That's my favorite character.
I love that guy. Bombay, something from
DJ.
Bombay.
DJ. That's a funny one.
Okay, so I think we gave enough warning about the stuff, but I want to do a live little demo. So I got it, and I don't have any coins up here. I don't remember the last time I had a coin. I hope it works.
What are you gonna throw there?
I only have.
What is that? A Mentos? What the? Oh, it's your AirPod thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked. No way.
Oh!
You wouldn't have got that back. How would you
I
have
know.
got that back?
I know. I hope that's not it. I thought it came with a theme song. Can you hear it? Here.
Very slightly. Oh, that's sick. That's freaking sick. Damn, iconic.
Yeah,
Iconic roar.
Yeah, I brought this all the way from New York up the subway, down the subway, everything. Let me just see if it has anything else. That's my song.
Oh, that's the same 1-1 used, isn't it?
Yep.
That's dope.
That's so cool.
You know what'd been cool if they gave you a little ship to put there. Like
there's
if
a
you
ship
didn't
right
have a
there.
coin- No, I know, but like then he would have grabbed the ship and brought it down.
Oh,
You know
that
what
would
I
have
mean?
been pretty
Like,
badass. Yeah.
You gotta raid your if you have a battleship or something. You know?
Yeah. I'll try to find something. That's a good idea, though.
That's cool,
All right,
man.
Yeah. If you find it on Amazon, like definitely get it. I think. I love the sound effects. Like that's a huge plus for me.
Cool.
We'll see. All right, man. So we're gonna get into the movie, and what I usually do is first read the synopsis or whatever from IMDb, and I usually show it to you guys. So, 1989, man.
Yeah, it's right on the cusp. It feels like a 90s movie to me. So, but yeah, 89. Crazy.
So while I'm reading this, I'm gonna put this in the background. Just his face, man. Look at this.
Is this the trailer for the movie?
It looks to be.
That's crazy.
the junk derby.
Yeah. And the bike. That's hilarious when he falls out of the chair.
Yeah. Oh, that scene right there with all.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! John Candy. Oh my god. Oh man, such a great movie. But yeah, 1989, an hour and 34 minutes. It doesn't feel like, I think I said this last week too, or the last one. It doesn't feel that long. It doesn't feel that long at all.
It doesn't feel short either though. Like I was kind of surprised when it said an hour and a half or an hour 39 minutes. It's like, yeah, it doesn't feel super long, but it doesn't feel short either, and that's kind of short to me. But
I think so too. Dang, look at the score. IMDb rating says 5.9 out of 10.
A lot of the best movies get those low ratings, man. I didn't even see. Did you see what the Rotten Tomatoes was on it?
No, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't let me like click on them anymore. Like it
I think
you can't do ad blocker on it. I'm going to read their synopsis while you're looking for it. It says Harry Crumb is a bumbling and inept private investigator who is hired to solve the kidnapping of a young Harris, which he's not expected to solve because his employer is the mastermind behind the kidnapping. That's a crazy. Directors Paul Flaherty, writers Bob Conte, and stars are John Candy, Jeffrey Jones, and Annie Potts. I heard Jeffrey Jones was canceled. You know? Did you know
that's the redhead dude? The Dreyfus? Is that who Jeffrey Jones is?
Yeah. Yep.
What was he? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I don't know what he was canceled for, but like, yeah, I heard he was canceled. But
he was like one of the iconic bad guys back in the day.
Yeah, anytime you see him, he would always play the bad guy. Yeah. There he is right there on the top right. John Candy plays Harry Crumb. Jeffrey Jones plays Elliot Dreisen.
Dreisen.
Yeah.
Dreisen.
Yeah, I love that. But there's a lot of people. Oh, Wesley Mann plays
I'd like
Tim.
To meet him someday. Dude, his character is funny. The butler dude, like,
yeah,
just randomly show him and is freaking cross-eyed and shit.
Yeah. I expect you guys want me to take care of that. I was like,
yeah,
you're the butler, man. But yeah, there's not too much to it's considered a comedy and a mystery movie.
The Rotten Tomatoes is 27%, man. That's crazy.
Dang, that's
good,
really
man.
low. Yeah,
it's funny.
Oh, here's some more John Candy movies. Armed and Dangerous,
I heard Delirious
Delirious.
is good.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what you pick for next week. Um,
I'm interested to see if you even like my pick or not.
okay.
I'm going off the books here.
The Great Outdoors, Canadian Bacon, Brewster's Millions, and Uncle Buck.
Brewster's
He has a ton.
Millions I've heard is good, and because Brewster's Millions is Richard Pryor and John Candy, huh? I should probably watch that one soon because
Wow.
that
Yeah,
seems
it
like a
is.
good mix.
I would think so too. I don't think I've probably seen it a while back, but let's not spoil it. Uh, yeah. So there's that. All right, man. So I'm gonna go through these picks, but something I wanted to say in the very beginning is, so for me with these old school movies, I wanted to say there's like a sexiness to how these films were filmed. From the music to the subtle recording of women and their embracing of their futures. It's like they knew how to zoom in and see like the sexiness of them, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know
like
if
the
that makes
silhouette.
sense. Yeah, the
Yeah,
silhouette. And it's just the camera work. Or even like for me, like I don't know if this is a good thing to say live, but
wow.
when I look at, ladies, girls, women, whatever, it's like I don't care for the makeup. I look at just I'll
The
show you real quick.
curvature, is that what you're trying to say? The bone structure?
No, not really. It's just there's something else to like body features that I'm not a big butt, big boobs, or
He's a
uh
he's a wrist guy. He's like, damn, I like those wrists.
look at that wrist, baby.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that was good. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
know,
good.
right?
That was good.
Yeah, but I brought this one up because like, man, like I don't know, like I don't know if it's a camera or it's like it looks vintage to me, or it looks like a
Yeah,
different type of
I was thinking
photography
that
there.
too with the
Yeah.
with the opening, like shot for shot. Yeah, it's interesting.
So it's funny because it starts off with this girl, which is the daughter of, I would say, a billionaire, because this guy, money's no, well, I don't know, because they only the ransom is only $3 million, I think, or $8 million
It
or
was
something.
10,
It's ten
but
million
then
dollars.
she they made it seem like 10 is all he had.
Yeah, like he's
So
broke
it's
after
like
that.
I don't know. Seemed like a guy that would have more than 10 million, but also in 89, 10 million might have been like 30 million maybe.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I don't know.
So it starts off with like we're getting this is the girl that gets kidnapped. She's
Jennifer.
doing the, yeah, you get to see her do the mud bathing. Supposedly it
Yeah.
helps her skin and stuff. Um, I don't remember this, to be honest. Like
The
I
opening?
haven't, yeah, I haven't watched this in a long time, but I don't remember this.
I
It
didn't
was
remember it until it came on, and like then I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. It opens up with everything that's going on."
yeah.
Yeah.
So it comes up with that, and then like they hired this guy. I don't know if he's canceled, so I apologize ahead of time if he's canceled.
Yeah. I didn't hear that either, but maybe it is.
Yeah. So it starts off with like this millionaire or this rich guy going like, "Hey, I need to hire somebody to find the kidnappers." And this guy, I love how he plays it. He goes like, we're busy right now, and like, I don't know I don't know how, if I could help you. And I love how he responds, "That's not what I want to hear." I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Rich people are different. But I think you said in the last week you do not like this girl.
Did I? I don't remember what I said. I remember thinking, I don't know. As a kid, when I watched this, any girl was sexy to me. So I know that when I was a kid, I was like, "Damn, she's fine. Damn, she's fine." Like at that time, like anything was good enough for me. But when you look back at it, not really. She's kind of older. Like she's supposed to be portraying a young girl that a rich guy married, that's sexy and young and using him for his money.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, like, no, I don't even think back in the day she was good enough. But she's also playing like a sleazy character, kind of. So in that aspect, it works. But I think they could have done better, like a prettier. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
okay to say,
she does
yeah.
good. She does good with the sleazy part of it. Like she did a real good job playing that sleazy. But yeah, sexy wise, like, to me, because this dude is in love with her the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yep.
he's in love with this girl. They all went to college together or something, and he loves her, which is that how they know him? Is that how they hired him? I must have missed all that in this whole
No.
thing, but
So they hired him because he's known to take care of these type of cases. He's like the most known in that city, I guess. But like,
and just
it's
so happens that he
yeah,
went to college with his wife. It's
Yep.
kind of a weird coincidence there. It's a red flag immediately, or foreshadowing. That's a red flag. But anyway, he's in love with her, and the whole time I'm thinking like, man. And also, this guy feels like he has money, because you can see it here. That egg becomes part of the movie later, and he's talking about how it's only 2 in the world and all this shit, and it's like, how the hell do you have it if you're broke?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. But anyway, yeah, we're getting into it. But
I was thinking that too, man. Like I was like, if you have that egg there, you must, and there's only 2 in the world. Like I don't care if it's like a really well-known dinosaur or like the least known dinosaur. Like you keep that like home, or you keep that
yeah,
like
and
in a
he just
warehouse
has it
or
on his
something,
desk.
at the edge of his desk.
Yeah. What the hell? But anyway,
Yeah.
are we gonna get into the like who the actor is that plays the dad later, or
the guy. Anything you want, man. If you want to talk
okay?
about it.
Because
Like,
I didn't know if you were gonna bring it up later, because something I found out something, and I was like, no way, that's hilarious. The dad is the dude from the clip that we love.
which one?
You gotta want this life.
Is he really?
He's that old man, dude.
There's
thought
no
you were
way.
gonna- Yeah, I was like, Steve's gonna pull this up. I know he is. Yeah, dude.
Now you gotta want this life. You got to want it all the way to your bones.
Oh, I could see it.
Yeah, I was
That's
like, where do I know this
crazy.
guy from? And I looked it up, and I was like, no way, he's the freaking old man.
That's
funny.
crazy. Oh, look at that loop, baby. They're like,
Yeah, came full circle, man.
yeah. Wow. Thanks for pointing that out. I would have never guessed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in some other stuff too, I think, but that's the one that stood out to me when I looked it up. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy, man.
Oh, now I gotta
Yeah.
watch it. That's on Paramount. I don't have
Oh, and
Paramount.
then the wife, Helen, I think her name is. She's I started watching Young Sheldon because I wasn't like a Big Bang Theory guy, but Sheldon is hilarious to me, and so they have Young Sheldon, and I put it on as like one of those shows that like you put on in the background when you're cleaning or something. So I'll put on Young Sheldon. She plays the grandma in Young Sheldon, and I was like, oh shit, that's hilarious.
Oh wow, she's still acting. That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, just a couple things I noticed.
To be fair, she probably like for future wise, she doesn't fit all the spots for you, but she acted this role, I think, great. I think she did it.
She did. That's what I'm saying. The sleazy thing, like she was good at that. And it's funny because I know I was just talking about how like I don't think she's that pretty to be playing what she's playing, but you know what? She didn't age that bad. Like as far as older lady goes,
yeah,
she's not bad looking for an older lady. So
okay.
she looks older now than she does now, or then than she does now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it starts off with that, and then like the guy on the left says like, "We got the best on it." I found the best, and the rich guy goes like, "Who is he?" He's one of our own. He's a Crumb, and like,
Yeah.
oh man, when I saw these art prints, I was like, I gotta talk to Cece, or I gotta find these on my own because I want this so bad.
Yeah, this one. Yeah. Actually, I kind of want it too. That'd be cool.
I know, right? I figure like John Candy was like astonished when he saw this. He was like, "This is perfection," or something like that. This.
Wondered they had to hire like a painter to paint this specifically for the movie, like, and do a couple of them because there's like a couple of them in the hallway or whatever, right?
Yeah, I couldn't find the other one, but yeah, there's like 2 or 3 of them all around. But yeah, then, like they assign it to Crumb, and then Crumb's on assignment.
Yeah.
I love this scene because I completely
looks like
forgot about it
Doc.
too. He looks
Kinda
like Doc.
Doc from Back to the Future. Yeah.
It's funny because he's on assignment. He's trying to do some detective work. He's like not spying, but he's doing what's he doing? He's
Pictures.
yeah, pictures. But
Taking
he's been
pictures for private eye.
yeah, trying to. He's been hired for that investigator stuff, but he gets caught. He goes through a window. He falls over.
Yeah. Like it starts off, and that's the whole thing. Is like just like he gets into situations because he's not thinking all the time, or at least it feels that way. But then like he gets lucky. Like he breaks through the window, falls in this apartment, rolls over, and just lands perfectly in the chair.
Yeah.
And the phone rings, and it's like, it's for you. Like, what an idiot, dude. He's an idiot, but at the same time, he's not an idiot. The best way I would describe it, because the only other thing that comes to mind nowadays is Jack Sparrow. Like, Jack Sparrow does shit that you think, like, this dude's an idiot. And it's just random stuff that's happening. Is it random, or does he plan it? It's like that kind of idiocracy.
Yeah, I completely agree with the Jack Sparrow. It's just like behind the scenes too. He's like intelligent. He knows what he's doing, what he's talking about, but he doesn't know how to like put them all together. It just comes to
it just happens.
Yeah. I guess the luck plays a lot with it. But yeah, it's this is how we get to know who Harry Crumb is, and it goes back to his office, and man, his face right here, like. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't. I forgot like he was a redhead in this movie. Like the whole time I was like, I don't know him being a redhead.
That is weird because when you see him in other movies, he's like brown hair or whatever. So they give him like a red wig.
But we were talking about how intelligent he was. So what he does is tries to like today's word, philanderer, one who engages in love affairs frivolously or casually. And the way he tries to remember it, he goes like,
yeah. Do you ever do that? I wonder if I do that because of this movie or if I did that before that. But I remember I'll remember times when someone will tell me something and I'll go like, oh, idiot. Like I'll do this. Like I should have remembered. And I don't remember if it's because of this movie or if that's just because it's something people used to do. But yeah,
could be a little bit of both. Maybe it like sparked when this movie came up. But I thought that was hilarious the way he did that. This is cool too because this movie, like, you see where they started from. Like, I just noticed, like, they're not busy, but they're in Arizona, I think. But they're not living the best life. Yeah.
Yeah, small little office, and it's funny because he's in his office and he comes in and he's like, any messages? And she's like, nope, nothing or whatever. And he's like, oh man. And then she's like, you have an appointment later. And he's like, okay. He's got his appointment. So he goes to the office and that's when he goes to look at his word of the day and everything. And then she's trying to page him on the intercom on the phone. Like, hey, your 9:30's here or whatever. And he can't get the thing to work. So so she just yells from the other room because the office is so small.
Yeah.
Your appointment's here. And he's like, okay.
Have her come through. Okay. Yeah. But then you find out the girl that this is funny too. The girl that hired him, come to find out he's been taking pictures of the same girl of her cheating on her husband. And he says a line, I wrote it down here. He says the girl goes like, I don't believe you, blah blah blah, but he goes, believe what you want, but don't believe it in here.
Believe whatever you want, but don't believe it here. That's funny. That's a good line. He said a couple of those. He said one later that was funny too. I'll probably remember it later.
Yeah, I wrote down some quotes. But the movie started out funny. And here's this guy again, man. I think we mentioned him.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Last week or a week before or something.
So one of the guys said this in the very beginning. He did say, what did he say? Something about cherries. Yeah, back in video said, "Oh man, cherry Coke."
Yeah.
So it's so corny because he goes like, "You want some of this?" He hands him like a bag of cherries. Then he gets a Coke out and he goes like, if you were to mix these two, cherry Coke, and he just laughs his off. I'm like a very friendly person, I think, like I was going to New York over the weekend, and I talked to everybody. I talked to the guy near me, the lady down, who's the
Oh
conductor,
man,
blah blah.
you
And this
initiate these conversations or they do?
always I do,
Okay.
I do. I
Yeah,
try to
we're
be nice,
opposite in that
man.
way. I'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
back, but I don't initiate conversations. Someone will say something to me, and I'll go, "All right," But I won't be like, "Hey, how you doing over there?"
This guy, well, just really quick, there's this guy on the train full of tattoos. Like he's bald but full of tattoos on his head, and he's sitting down and like he can't get his phone to charge. So like I go up to him, I go like, hey man, you want to use my charger? My charger's working fine, like blah blah blah. So he hands
Wow.
me his phone and gives it to me, like, hey man, so what's up with the tattoos? He goes, oh, you noticed? I was like, fuck yeah, I noticed. Like, what's up with that?
Jesus.
And right there, he knew I think he knew I was cool. I was like, none of those weird people that goes like, what the fuck's up with your hair, or your tattoos.
Yeah,
But
because anybody else, especially on a train or a subway or whatever,
mhm.
they would see this guy and be like, "I'm not going anywhere
Yeah.
near this fucking guy."
Yeah.
And you go up to him, and he's like, "Oh, this is Phil. You never met Phil. He's a cool guy, my neighbor. Jesus."
Exactly. But yeah, that reminded me of that. But anyways, so John Candy. Oh, so the scene is hilarious too. I don't know if you caught it. So in the beginning of the scene, it shows a plane going off.
Yeah.
It's zooming into the plane, but then the camera steers to the left, and he's on the bus.
Yeah.
He's on his
That
way
is
to Los
pretty funny.
Angeles.
Because back in
Yeah,
the day, they had that. They had that a lot. Like in the 80s and 90s, they had the plane takes off, and that's how they're going to
that's how
travel
you
to another
knew.
state or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I caught that like actually for the first time today when I watched it, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's hilarious!"
Yeah. He can't
This
afford.
seems
He can't afford the plane ticket either. I don't think.
no,
He
probably
has to
not.
take the bus.
But this scene is probably like a minute. I didn't catch that. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he goes to the job. Oh, yeah. I guess he tries to be like a big shot or tries to like show up as a big shot. So he goes out and tries to buy a car. Like they're telling him, buy the red Mustang, buy the red Mustang. He goes like, no,
Yeah.
I want the green one. And the second he drives off with the Mustang, he,
Which
he
is another thing. As an adult, didn't like. I was like, what the heck? Because as a kid, I'm like, oh, that's what happens. You get a car. If it gets hit or crashes or anything, you just go get another car, and that car is gone. Now that I'm an adult, I think like, wait a minute, he just bought 2 fucking cars on the same day. What happened to the smashed up car? He had to have he still paid for that car. Like they had to come tow that shit, and yeah, I'm like, oh damn, that's funny. But
yeah. But look at his big ass head with the red hair.
Which is funny because I was thinking that too when he got the car. I was like, the other car that they were trying to get him to buy is big, and he fits in it.
Yeah.
Like it's spacious. This little Mustang dude, he looks like he's
his
tall
arms out
and he's wide, and I'm like, you don't even fit in this freaking Mustang, dude. But I guess this is also part of like, he's a car guy and he likes like speedsters, roadsters kind of cars. So maybe that's why he picked the Mustang, because the other one's a Cadillac. So like that's more like a luxury car,
Yeah, that's why like I started off with like he's intelligent. He knows like little tidbits, like stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like kind of find out he knows history of cars. He knows about fishing. He knows about little stuff like that. But this scene, I had to go back and clip this on my iPad. I was like, I gotta get this.
Yeah, it's funny.
And then like he gets a job. He's sitting there and like I don't know if you caught this, but he grabs a pencil. He goes like, "Oh, I got a pencil sharpener, an electric pencil sharpener," and he puts it in there. And he goes, "Zuh!"
Yeah, it eats the pencil in a second,
Yeah.
and he just puts it back on the rack.
This is what I love about old school movies. It's just like little stupid things like this where it's just
It's
like
funny.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then this is where you get to like they finally meet up and they go like, I'm your boy, I'm gonna take care of you. But at the same time, he's playing around with this stupid egg that's like 2 out of 1 out of a kind, 1 out of 2 out of kind, whatever. And
Yeah, and he's throwing it, and the guy's like, "Hey, take it easy. Do you know what that egg is worth?" And it's like, dude, you had this on your desk. He's like, "Oh, it's an egg of some kind." He's like, it's not just any egg. And the guy's all freaking out about it. And he's like, oh, okay. And even after he tells him, he's like, you know, did it ever occur to you that that's probably worth something?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, yeah, you know, the thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah.
He's just like, sometimes he's like airheaded, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, I just recognized. Remember his how he got his tie like this, or how he
Yeah.
lost his tie? He's
After the
trying,
pencil.
yeah, he's trying to make a photocopy or something. I forget what it was. No, he
It's
was
a
trying to
shredder.
it's a paper
It's a
shredder.
shredder,
Yeah.
yeah.
He gets it caught on, and this is where you get to see how big he is. He's a big guy, you know.
Yeah.
He's leaning over it. He's about to get killed, and then like he unplugs the power to it, and I was like, man, this guy is ridiculous. This is his first day. He's like already
And he
ready
does
for all
that.
this.
He does that thing that he does a lot through the movie, where when he gets caught doing something embarrassing or stupid, he acts like he meant to do it. Or
Yeah,
he acts
yeah.
like you know, oh, it's just a casual thing. Like the guy, the secretary comes in and she's like, oh, he's ready to see you now, and he just pops up like, well, okay then, and he pulls up his tie, like even though he cut it, it's a little snub
Looks like a
nose
bow
now.
tie.
Yeah.
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 But his line through the whole movie is exactly.
Exactly.
Did you notice that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to use that from now on. But yeah, going on. He goes. There's a part before this, like they turn on the water, and his pants get all wet. Do you remember that?
I remember
I-
his pants
oh, no,
getting.
I got it.
Oh. No, I don't. I remember his pants getting wet, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, so he parks his car, he gets outside his car, and then like he's about to like he's looking around the property, and then the water all of a sudden turns on.
Oh, the sprinklers.
Yeah, the sprinklers. And then like the scene like where he gets to the door, he accidentally presses the button. But then like, you know, the scene right here, it looks like he's jacking off because he's like cleaning his trousers or cleaning his
Oh.
pants. He's like
And she
and
turns
he's-
around and he's got wet pants. I remember that now. I was watching it right now, but I wasn't paying attention that much, so I missed that one, I think.
You're good, you're good. I thought she was cute, man. I like girls like this, like not no crazy futures or whatever. I think she had it going when I was a kid. Have you seen her before?
cute.
Like, yeah, she's really cute.
Isn't she the girl from Saw?
Saw.
You know the girl from Saw?
I'm trying to remember right now.
I'm pretty sure she is. Yep.
Is she really?
You know how, like, you've seen Saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how the main guy has, like, an apprentice that's the chick?
Yeah.
She's that girl. The girl that takes
wow.
over for him.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
she was a crackhead, but then she gets clean.
Oh yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what
That's
I know
crazy.
her from immediately. This and that, I guess.
Okay, that's cool. Dang, man, all these people made it, man. That's cool. That's good to hear.
Yeah. But she was definitely pretty.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole thing, is like she has like a complex because her sister is a model and pretty. Everybody loves her, and so in her head she thinks she's not as good. But it's like, dude, this girl's pretty. She's smart. You know.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
funny. She
Yeah.
hangs out with Harry,
Yeah.
or yeah, and it's just like they hit it off, and there's the daughter right there. And this is where you find out, like Harry's like, "Oh, I ran into your daughter," and he goes like, "Oh, like she was my first daughter, you know, so I loved her." Like, you know,
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of way saying like I love her more.
Yeah.
But
This whole
yeah.
scene was hilarious. The whole like
Yeah.
the office thing when he's working on his fishing lure and all that, and
Yeah, this is where you get to find out like Harry knows a little bit about fishing, but then he gets his finger trapped inside like a fish's.
yeah, that was on the trailer. He puts his hand in, and the fish attacks his hand, and he flings it,
yeah,
and then he
so-
slams his hands on the fishing lures, and they all get stuck in his hands. So he's like pulling them all out.
you know, I love a movie with dialogue, but like a movie that could do dialogue and funny scenes like this, like and keep it consistent and keep the movie flowing. It's like
Yeah.
this is a movie that's like a perfect example of it.
Yeah.
And this movie keeps rolling, man. It's just funny. It's kind of stupid funny at sometimes, but it's still like it makes the movie roll quicker.
Yeah.
And then you get to this scene. So I think it's like the second rendition he plays of like a character he has to in order to do detective work, right?
Yeah, if you count the Doc Brown character, yeah, I think it is
Yeah.
the second one. Yeah,
So I didn't catch where the hair came from.
yeah, me
So
either. As a kid or as an adult, I wasn't paying attention to that, so I was like, he does look different, but why does he look different?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then like yeah.
but that's funny when he's in there talking to the mud girl, the
Yeah.
the the lady that works at the spa, and he bends over and his hair falls off, and it
Mhm.
lands on the girl and it looks like a bush.
Yeah, big
That's hilarious. That was something I didn't know as a kid. I was like, I don't get it. But now as an adult, I'm like laughing my ass off because it falls right on her.
Yeah. It falls like perfectly on it. And like the whole
Yeah.
time they're just talking. And the scene where it gets me too is like they start playing tic tac toe randomly, you know?
I think what's funny about it is it's random, but the girl seems real serious, but she's still playing tic tac toe with him.
Yeah.
Instead of like looking at him like, what's wrong with you, you weirdo? But she starts playing tic tac toe with him on the girl that's getting the mud bath.
My favorite part of this scene right here is like she wins. She goes, voila.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And he just
Yeah, he's
pats the
tapping
girl
the
on the
girl.
tummy. Yeah.
Oh
It's
man.
just, he just does weird random stuff. It's funny.
So really quick, I don't know if it's a John Candy thing. Do you think anybody else could have like fit this role and did the same, or
I don't know. I don't think so.
no?
He's good at playing a guy that's like seems like he doesn't know what he's doing, but at the same time he's also the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
So he did a good job at that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And it's also funny because, like you said, he's like not only he's big, he's a big guy, tall and wide, but like that also adds to the funniness of it, because like he's also like this big imposing guy. It's like it's even funnier for some reason.
What they call those bears? The guys that are like really not quiet bear, care bear, or when guys are huge, they're like but people call them bears or a care bear. Is that what they call them? I'll probably remember later.
I kind of know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
He's like almost like a gentle giant,
Yeah, that I've
Yeah.
heard. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, then like this made me laugh so hard. Let me see if I got that. So like yeah, so they send him like a note to the dad. It goes like I want $10 million or the girl dies. And this is one of the funniest scenes I've heard. He goes like, yeah, I know I know this is hard to hear, but once we find out who the crazy typewriter where this
Yeah.
crazy typewriter was
Yeah.
made, we'll find the killer. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Like, you idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was one of the funny lines.
Yeah. So
He
like
says
that.
he said I think it was right here too. This exact moment when she sees him, she's like, I know your reputation or whatever, and he's like, well, my reputation precedes me. He's like, if not, I'd always be late. I was like, what the hell? You're an idiot. Yeah, he says funny stuff like that.
That part was hilarious. But yeah, it goes on, and this is where we get to see. For some reason, like this guy is in the movie randomly. Like his name is Tim,
Yeah.
but he's the butler, And he just go like, "Hey, can you get the stuff ready?" He goes like, "Oh, I guess I will," or something like that,
Or they said, because I think they're gonna have tea in the other room or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're gonna have tea now. And he's like, oh, I'm sure everyone will want one then. So he has to make everyone a cup of tea or whatever.
Yeah, I guess everybody.
Yeah, he's a shitty butler.
So yeah, this is where you find out like they've known each other, and like it's kind of weird in a sort of weird way. It's like
Tension?
yeah, a lot of weird tension is like she would go with it if she knew it was for the money,
Yeah.
in a sort of weird way. And then you find out like she's only married to the guy for his money,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I thought this was weird. Like I thought this was like I don't know how to say it. It's just like, why couldn't he just get with her and just scheme some other guy? You know?
You know what I was thinking? I thought it was weird that he just attacks her. Like he just tries to grab her and kiss her and grope
Yeah.
her and all these things. And I was like, dude, like that is not okay. Like not today anyway. That would not be okay. Any day that wouldn't have been okay. Even back then, I would have thought that was weird. But maybe it was like that back then. That you could just, if you liked a girl, you could just hug her and start trying to kiss her. And then if she pulled off of you, then that was a no. But like, I don't know. I thought that was weird. I was like, dude, this guy, like, he's just grabbing her and shit. What a weirdo.
So like I would say like 90% of my friends are female, and I've heard a story of like this kind of stuff happening to them
Guys just
randomly
grab
from
'em?
guys. Yeah.
Maybe in like if a dude is drunk and you're at a bar or club or something. I'm not saying it's okay then, but I'm saying at least like I can understand his mind is impaired
Yeah.
and he would do that. This guy is just a freaking pervert weirdo dude
Yeah.
that like doesn't mind looking like a weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. I forgot about that part. Just groups her out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But then like next scene is priceless, man. So they're all having dinner and it's just like kind of find out this girl is trying to sneak her leg up John Candy's pants.
Yeah, like trying to get on his good side, trying to tempt him, I guess. I was like, wait, why is she like trying to flirt with him? What is her flirting? What does she gain from her flirting with him? And then he notices it, and so then he puts his leg up. He takes his boot off with his freaking whole sock, and he starts trying to go up her leg, but instead of her leg, he goes up. What's his name? Elliot. Elliot, right? He starts going up his leg, and so Elliot is drunk for some reason. He's drinking a lot.
Yeah, he's drinking a lot. Yeah.
And then he's like, to hell with it, because he thinks it's the cop that's trying to flirt with him and put her leg on him. So he's like, screw it. And he starts taking his shoe off and running his foot up her leg, and she freaks out. She's like, what the hell? You know?
She says, what the hell? And everybody else like sits up straight. You know? I was like,
everybody stops and goes straight up. She's like, I would like to keep this professional. And the guy's like, what?
Yeah. I love what this guy says. He goes like, I know some stuff could be said that gets on people's nerves, but we got to keep it, calm here.
Yeah.
He has no idea what's going on. But yeah.
I just noticed this too. Like the daughter's not even eating dinner with him. Damn.
Yeah. Yep. I have no idea why. So it goes on. Get to meet the other daughter. She is beautiful, man. She looks like she is a model, I'm guessing. But this kind of creeped me out too, because it's a big ass art print on the other daughter's wall. It's huge. It's so big. Harry Crumb makes fun of it. He goes like, we should be able to find her pretty easy with a head this big.
Yeah. She must be huge. Yeah.
I know. I don't know if he was trying to be an idiot or just trying to be funny, but I thought it was hilarious. But going back to what you said, she's trying to be like her sister, so she's trying to lose weight or whatever, or trying to keep the skin up to par with her sister. And Harry has a soft spot for her, I guess, and just goes like, you're beautiful with all this stuff. So I thought it was pretty cool. It's starting to connect, right?
I thought this was funny in a way of like back in the 80s, people were making these weird health shakes, and then guys were bodybuilding and everything. So I thought that was a cool like 80s thing. I remember making Arnold Schwarzenegger in his Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding has a recipe for his shake that he used to drink back in the day. And it's funny because it has like a lot of this stuff in it. It has safflower oil, and it has eggs and protein and like oats, and then it has like, they're called like granules, lenule granules or something. And I noticed she threw it in there. It was like this kind of the same kind of stuff, and so it reminded me of that. I was like, oh, it's kind of funny. 80s.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I would have never guessed that. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So it's a thing of the time too. Like that's what they were doing, like you said. That's cool.
Yeah.
Then like they both go out together to go spy on the mom because I think Harry is starting to assume like
Oh, and
the
he said
mom. Yeah.
that you remind me of something he said when they're making the shake. They're talking about he suspects the wife
Yeah.
of kidnapping her
Oh yeah,
sister
yeah. I
and
know. I know what
pretending,
you're gonna
and then
say.
he's like,
Yeah.
and she's like, I wonder how come it wasn't her that got kidnapped. Oh, because they're talking about how she switched dates with her, right? There
Yep.
was
Yep.
like she was
At
supposed
the
to be getting the mud bath or whatever, but then she switched with the daughter, and she's like, oh, it should have been her that was kidnapped, and he's like, oh, that wouldn't be possible because one cannot kidnap oneself. And I'm like, what a fucking idiot. Yeah.
yeah. He's a fucking idiot. Look at that face. I feel like if I have friends growing up like this, they were play the role like idiots, but they were very very intelligent. They would take the test and just ace it no matter what, and then just hang out later. Just
Yeah.
goofballs is what I call them.
Yeah, goofball's a good word for it because he's not an idiot, but he acts
Yeah.
like an idiot, so it's a goofball. Yeah.
And you come to find out, this scene was hard to find, to be honest, online. I don't know why.
This was
but,
funny. This was really funny. That little kid was a little prick. I was like, this little kid, man.
It was kind of creepy, man. That kid was just going like, I see you, so I'm gonna turn the freaking dial up, little by little by little.
I know, and then it's like going like super speed, and he's flying, and I couldn't remember what happened. I was like, eventually he's gonna have to fall off of that, and he's gonna like break some shit, and I couldn't remember what happened after that, and then it just shows him like get off, and he's walking around, and he can't stand still because he's dizzy from the fan.
Yeah.
But I was like, I couldn't remember that scene. That was funny.
But it's one of those 80s, 90s moments where like, the fan is, spinning, but then it's so exaggerated. Like he's starting to like hold on to the pole and his legs are up. He's just starting to go
Yeah,
around.
it reminded me of, you remember when you're a kid and you just spin around in circles really fast for a long time just so you could get dizzy and like not stand straight?
Yeah.
What age do you grow out of that? Because I was thinking like, dude, if I did that now, my brain would be rattling around in my head, like it would be hurting, and I'd probably fall on my ass and die or something, like crack my head open. I was thinking like, that's funny. As a kid, I used to do that all the time, but now like I kind of wanted to try it at 32, like just fucking spin around and see but I was like, nah, dude, I won't recover from this quickly. I'm gonna be fucking dizzy for like hours.
Try to do 4 spins, man. See how far you
Four
get.
spins?
Yeah.
I need a lot of open ground. Gotta make sure
Yeah.
there's no countertops near me.
Make sure nobody around you is wearing a wig,
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
because he
funny.
pulls the dude's.
Yeah.
That was funny. He steps to use the dude's head as a support, and he pulls off his toupee. That was funny. The guy's like, "Hey." Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but then like it goes back to, this is the daughter. She's all kidnapped, and they're just telling her like we're getting closer, we're getting closer. Come to find out, Elliot is telling this guy like it's gonna be easy. Harry Crumb's on the case, so we're gonna get this will be easy. It'll be an easy job. So this is where like the wife and her lover, the tennis player, you find out that they bleed the brakes off this car. And again, this is where you find out that freaking Harry Crumb is an intellectual guy, but he knows all about cars. It's cool like how he named this car. He was like, it was a 62 blah blah blah, with all the features and everything.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like, see, he's not dumb. He knows
Mhm.
stuff because he names the whole specifics of like what the car is,
Yeah.
and then like what the guy added to the car and all that, and the guy's like, oh, you know your shit. And he's like, and then he says another one of those sarcastic lines where he's like, yes, it's one of my many hobbies is to know the things that I like. And he's like, another one is to not let my what does he say? He says like to keep an eye on my something, because he's watching the wife and Vince, the tennis player. But it was funny what he said, dude. It was funny.
Yeah, I kind of remember what he like. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, like so instead of the dad going in the car, Harry Crumb and the daughter go in the car, and they go chasing after the other guy, and that chasing was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny, and then he gets locked in with the other car,
Yeah.
and the
then
guy's like, I can't shake him.
yeah.
He's good, too good, and he's just
No,
stuck.
he says this guy's good, real good.
Yeah. And then
That was-
she's all freaking. She's like, "What happened to being cautious or inconspicuous or whatever the hell?" And he's like, "Not now, my little hell shake." And he throws her down. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
I was thinking
great.
he's wearing my hat. Fool, look, he's got my
Oh.
Peaky Blinders hat on.
Oh yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I was gonna call you out on that. You gotta wear it like that, man.
Backwards.
Yeah,
I don't know.
backwards.
The art guys wear it backwards. You know, I can't.
Oh, okay.
You gotta be French to wear it backwards, like
Francois.
Yeah.
So right before this, I forgot to mention this part. They were playing tennis. The wife and the lover, I guess, the tennis player.
Yeah.
I wrote this down, and John Candy goes like, "I know the score of that game, 40 love."
Yeah.
He's so
I didn't even.
stupid.
Yeah. I was like, am I supposed to understand what that means? Oh, because it's tennis.
Yeah.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah.
No, I literally just got that right now. Because I forget in tennis, that's what it's called when you score is a love or whatever.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
okay. That makes sense now.
I think love is like 0. It's like, they're
40
up
to 0.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's way funnier now that I get it.
I know.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wrote that down. I had to write that down. And this is your favorite
Yeah,
character right
BJ
here.
from Bombay.
BJ from Bombay. I'm not gonna do the accent. I can't.
Bro,
do
he
the-
looks like he would be from there. This
Look
is
at
one
him.
of the best disguises. I was like, damn, that's definitely the best one to me so far.
Yeah. But yeah, he has to go inside the ventilators to go. I guess investigate the wife a little bit further.
Do you know who this guy is on the left, by the way? Now that I'm looking at him, now I remember what he's from.
I have no idea.
He's the dude from Happy Gilmore. When he's like, hey, Happy, you jackass. You remember that?
Yeah,
He's that dude.
Oh, wow, man! Everyone did great, man. Everyone's doing well. You know?
Everyone's doing pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't remember that until looking at him now. I'm like, oh, he's the fucking idiot that keeps shouting.
Yeah. But this scene, like, I'm sure we get canceled if we try to do that. I can't do the accent anyway, so.
I could do it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't think.
I can do it.
It's funny though. It's really funny. He's like, well, I don't know anything about that. Because he's like, what did he say to him? Oh, what did he say to him? And he's like, maybe
He told
later.
me.
Oh, he said, beat it. That's what he's saying when he puts the finger up. He's like, beat it. He's like, perhaps later.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
That was great. Yeah. Perhaps later.
And he's like, all I know is the people in this building are getting very hot, and very upset, and they're upset with you.
With
And he's
you,
like,
yeah.
With me? And he's like, yes, there's even been talks of your immediate removal. And he's like, well, you better get up there and fix the AC.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny, man. You did that great. That was perfect. So, yeah, come to find out, like, they're working together finally, and she's helping him out, and I don't know if I got anything. Yeah, so the wife and now the what's his name? The redhead guy? No, I'm sorry, the
Elliot.
bad guy, Elliot. Yeah, they're making out, and
'Cause
like,
he's blackmailing her.
yeah,
Because this is the first time you see her. They're at Vincent's apartment, the tennis player, and Elliot followed her. And he goes in when he does a fake call to get Vincent out of the apartment. And then he goes in and he's like, like you're caught red-handed with the tennis player, you know? So he
Yeah.
blackmails her for sexual
Yep.
favors. And you get to see a titty in this scene. So not terrible, you know, it's not the best titty, but it's there.
Think of the times, man. Think of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, again, you get to see how this girl is like, just to not get blackmailed. She does go forward with like having sex with a guy.
Yeah, she's like, I'm bored. What the hell?
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn. All right.
So it goes on, and then like
Well,
Where
that was
did
one
I
of
get this
my
from?
so that happened after, but that was one of my favorite scenes because she tells him turn on the air because it's too hot.
Hmm.
So he goes to turn the thermostat on, and because
Oh
John
yeah.
Candy's blocking the whole vent, no air is
Oh
coming through,
yeah.
and the guy's like, "There's no air coming. It's just dribbling out." And she's like, so he gets like the tennis racket and just starts smashing this dude's vent, and I was like, "That's kind of messed up, dude." Like he completely dented that shit in. But anyway, she's like, just turn on the exhaust." So all this air is blowing through there, and so it starts blowing off his head wrap, and then it blows off his fake beard, and all the wind is like blowing the money out of his pockets. And that's one of the funniest part for me and my brother when we were kids, is when you hear the coins coming down the vent, and the front desk dude, is watching boxing or whatever, and then he hears it,
Yeah.
and he turns around, and he's like, "What the heck?" And then a quarter flies out, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, lucky day, lucky day." And
Lucky day.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then John Candy starts flying through the vent because the air is pushing so fast, it's pushing him through, and the guy hears it, and it sounds like a lot of money is coming now. So the guy's like, okay, jackpot, and then he fucking flies out of the vent and crashes into him and knocks his ass out. But that part when he goes jackpot, me and my brother used to laugh at that part so much, dude.
Because like he's wiggling around. He's like,
Yeah. He's like, more coins. He's like, come on. Yeah, that's funny, dude.
It's daddy's lucky day. Yeah. But yeah, it's a bunch of scenes I love to this. Like each scene is hilarious. A fallacy, an idea or opinion founded on mistaken logic or perception, a false notion.
Okay, wait, let me read that again. An idea or opinion founded on mistaken logic or perception. That doesn't make a lot of sense to how he used it to me.
I know. I was like, a fallacy, an idea or opinion founded. Yeah, I don't know. I have to go back on that one.
But because he was taking pictures of what he thought was Vince.
Yeah.
He was taking pictures of what he thought was the tennis player
Okay.
and the guy's wife, but it was not. It was Elliot.
Yeah.
So then later, when he meets up with Elliot in the office later, because also they have the TV on, and that's where he gets the Buenos Aires thing. He hears all that, and they think that they're talking about the kidnapping, but really he just hears the TV. Anyway, so he goes back to show Elliot like some of the evidence he has on the case and all this, and he shows him the pictures of what he thinks is Vince and the wife sleeping together, and Elliot looks and it's him. And
Yeah.
Elliot looks at him. He's like, "You haven't looked at these pictures yet, have you?" And he's like, "I don't need to. I was there." and then he starts laughing, and he's like, "You think a guy like Vince Barnes, an athletic guy like Vince Barnes, would have a big dingus?" He's like, "But he doesn't. Look at that tiny little fallacy." Yeah. And that's when Elliot gets pissed off. He throws it down, and he's like, "You don't have shit on this case, do you?" And he's like, "No, quite the contrary. It's all falling apart." He's like, "The killers even
Change the date.
changed their plans midstream."
Yeah.
And he shows him the wanted note, and he had put $10 million by Friday, but they scratched it out. The wife scratched it out and put Monday. And he's like, "Wait a minute, that's not right." And he's like, "Well, of course it is. It's perfect." And then he starts
perfect.
walking around the office and messing with everything.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Like it's perfect, and then goes up to the bike, and in the beginning of the movie, or the beginning of the movie, like he's going around the office, and you see this bike, and you see that red handle on it.
Yeah.
He just like looks at it, right? So now he's riding the bike, and it's so funny because like I feel like if I had an office this big, I would have my meetings like this, like while someone's sitting at the chair, I'll get on my bike and go like, yeah, go on.
Or a treadmill or something, a random thing in here.
Something random.
But yeah, it's funny when he's on the bike. He's like, I forgot how he says it, but he's like, "There's only one thing I don't get."
Yeah.
And he's like, "And it's what this lever does." And the guy's like pissed off because of his pictures that he saw and everything, and the ransom note being changed. So he's like, "I don't know, maybe it's a brake or something." And he's like, "Come on, what kind of stationary bike would need a brake?" And he flicks it, and the fucking brake falls down that's holding the back wheel up, and he freaking flies through the wall because he's so big and going so fast on the bike. He
He
flies
goes
through the
through
wall.
that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and into that dude's office and knocks down all his dinosaur collection stuff.
His module cases.
Yeah,
man.
his detofs and Maji cases. It looked just like that, dude.
Yeah.
He knocks it all down, and then finally this guy puts his egg on a freaking display
case.
case,
Yeah.
and he knocks down the case and destroys his egg. And then afterwards, the guy runs out. He's like, "Oh no," and then John Candy looks at him and he's like, "That was a break. Go figure."
No.
Yeah.
He goes, "You were right, Elliot."
Yeah, that was a break. Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's pissed, but he just looks at him like, Jesus.
I was imagining that scene like I'm you're John Candy and I'm this guy Elliot. And if you did that, I don't know what I would do. I don't know if like a right hand would like
That's what
come
the
across
thing
your-
is. Like, it seems like the whole time this guy is stressing him out, and he's just like pushing it down, like letting it build. He's not like flying off the handle or anything.
Yeah. So it keeps going, and then after that scene, they all work together. Go like, hey, we're gonna pay the ransom. They want the money today, And so then like John Kennedy goes like, all right, let's get the money all squared away, and they're counting the money, like oh no, they have all the money all situated. John Kennedy's so stupid. He grabs each bill. He goes, it's all there. It's all there. There's one missing. I love it because he just goes, he's just like, if you're around him, you'd be like, all right, man, I'm tired of bullshit. Let's get this going,
Yeah.
Go like, I don't got time for this. But then he points at Tim, and Tim goes like, all right. Great ass scene. But then like this was kind of hard to get, like these screenshots. It fast forward to no, what happens after this scene actually? Don't they go on a heist?
No, I think it goes straight to there.
Goes
She
straight.
explains like the suitcase and everything, how they have the tracker in the suitcase.
That's it. Yeah.
What happens after that? I think that's
No.
it.
Yeah, that's it. I captured this screenshot because like this would get canceled today. Like if you were to do this.
Is this a known thing? Like with horse racing? Like that they have the jockeys are like, I don't know what the correct term is anymore with anything.
They're short. They're
2020.
short.
Yeah, they're short. That's the
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yeah, that's a normal thing. I didn't know that.
What other
And then
words
I
were going
thought-
through your head?
I was like, I guess that makes the horses faster, maybe, because they don't have
Yeah.
like
The
a
shorter they are.
big dude on them. So because that was funny when they're all looking at him like, God damn, this guy's gonna ride the horse, and even the horse looks like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's so funny because they zoom into the horse's face. They're like, what?
Then it's funny because he walks to all these phone booths, but like all the ones that he fits in are taken.
Yeah.
So he goes up to the one jockey one that's open and tries to squeeze in there. It's funny.
It's funny too because like the dedication John Candy has for this film, like he portrays a bunch of characters, different ethnic groups, different like everything. He puts on the costume. He puts it on. He does 100%, full
When-
effort on it.
Do you know what year he passed away?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'm thinking, like, man, it would have been cool to see, like, it would have been cool to be able to talk to him in interviews and stuff and see what he thought. Like, imagine nowadays he might be on a podcast or something,
Oh, 1000%.
and he would be able to talk about what it was like. And I would love to hear his thoughts on it. He passed away in 94. So, and he was 44 years old. Dang. Young.
I'm
But,
about to be 44 pretty soon.
What the hell? No, you're not, man. You're 34. But so even in the 90s, like there wasn't podcasts really in the 90s. You had radio still. And like the internet was barely becoming a thing, but not enough to be like where there was chats and videos and shit on the internet. So it's like, I wish we would have got to see like those kind of interviews from him today, like talking about what it was like. Well, like what if he hated this?
Yeah.
Like, what if
Yeah.
he was like, oh, all the costumes, like, it would have just been interesting to hear it.
I did get to see a couple of interviews that he has done. Like, you'd be surprised where he decided to move to after being rich and famous. Like, he didn't
Oh,
move
I
to
gotta watch him
this.
then. I gotta look him up.
Yeah, he didn't move to the city. He didn't move to like crazy rich town or L.A. or something. He moved into like a farm
Oh, wow.
somewhere. I don't want to
Secluded?
say secluded. Yeah, I have no idea which state it was, but yeah, he was him and his wife. But it's cool too. Well, I don't know. It's kind of getting into a tangent, but he's an interesting guy. Like, I noticed that with funny people, like including myself, it's like we love to be funny, like we love to make people smile, laugh, but then we
Yeah.
like to be alone. You know,
He,
it's really
I
weird.
didn't know he was Canadian. Well, that's what they say about comedians, right? Like,
Mm.
the reason that they're so good at being funny is because usually, like, they're quiet, dark, secluded people that, like, I don't know, it ends up being more funny that way, I guess.
Yeah, in a sort of weird way, but
Dude, he died in Mexico.
oh really?
He
I
was
didn't know
in
that.
Mexico when he passed away.
Oh wow.
And he had kids. I didn't know that either. Sorry, I'm breaking
No, no,
off.
no, go ahead, go ahead. If you
But
have more stuff, that's all good.
yeah, he had 2 kids, a daughter and a son. And they look a lot like him, actually. It's funny.
His son better be
He's not, he doesn't look, actually, the daughter looks more like him. Well, it's funny. In some pictures, the son does. Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, so like we get to this part and then like they round up. Hold on, did we go too far? Yeah, so Elliot gets the briefcase, he gets away with the money, and then like the wife and the tennis player are going like F it, we lost our chance. And then the wife gets with Elliot and they're about to go to Buenos Aires and freaking Harry Crumb's on the case. He chases them to the airport. This scene made me laugh so hard. It's like he's getting like, he's going through a metal detector and he's like can't figure out what's making the noise or what's setting it off.
Yeah.
They strip him. He doesn't wear he's not wearing pants anymore. He's just like, what's going on? And I swear when he said next, he was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Metal what do you say,
Metal plate.
metal plate. I got it when I was a kid. And he turns back and looks at the people behind him. He's like, it didn't hurt though, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, you piece of shit, get out of the way.
Yeah, they're all waiting for him.
Yeah, but yeah, we're getting towards the end of the movie. I know I skipped a lot here, but like they carry Crumb. He goes through like this whole ordeal just to get on the plane. And then like he tells the wife and the tennis player, I got you guys. I wrote this down. He goes like he beats the crap out of he doesn't beat the crap out of he just beats the tennis player and he goes like, I'm a black belt in Aikido and I have the boots to match.
Yeah. It's like his last line.
Yeah. It's great. And then I don't know if you remember this scene, but he's telling the other detective or officer, what does he say in the scene?
He says, so what do you think about your theory now? Because she
Oh,
said that.
Oh yeah.
Because earlier in the movie, she said, like, I have this theory about private detectives, which is a funny part that we miss. But she says, like, I have a theory about private detectives. And she's like, these are low-life scum idiots. Like, she's, like, going off on him. And then after she's done talking, saying all this shit, he looks at the millionaire guy, the main guy, dad, and he's like, it's just a theory. He's like, it doesn't mean anything. And then so later, when he catches the bad guy, he ends up being right about everything. He looks at her, he's like, so what do you think about your theory now? And then he's like, I got a theory about you. And he goes like, and I think he's about to say like, you're something, who knows? And the daughter stops and he's like, Harry. And he goes, it was just a thought.
Oh man, it was great. But yeah, I had to grab this scene. That scene made me laugh hard.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then you find out that it's hard
this
to grab.
This is funny as hell.
Yeah, go ahead.
They find. So it was Elliot at the at the airport that was like gonna take all the money, and then the wife meets him there, and she pretends like, oh yeah, I want to go with you because you're rich now, and then the tennis player meets him there and has him at gunpoint, takes the money, so they lock him up in like a storage electrical room in the airport, I guess. They chain him up in there, and so the whole time he's been in there, and out of nowhere, John Candy's like, wait, shut up, everybody, stop talking. And they're like, what? And he's like, da, 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 da. He's like, not a word. Nobody say a word. And it's like he can hear Elliot struggling in the electrical room. So he like breaks the door open and smashes him and like hits it. And he smashes his face in at the same time. And he goes in there and he's like, Elliot. And I think in his mind, he's like, Elliot was onto them, but they chained him up and everything. So he didn't really suspect Elliot of anything bad at this point. He didn't realize he's the kidnapper. And then so he's going off, he's like, you never believed in me, you never thought that I would be the one to figure it all out. And Elliot's pissed. It's all building up because he never hit him. All this shit that's happening, he never did anything, so it's all building up. And he's telling him like, well, it's time for you to give credit where credit is due. And he rips off the tape off his mouth, and the guy finally flips out. He's like, all right, Elliot, I confess, I did it all. And he's like, and it's all worth it. I don't care if I have to rot in jail. He's like, as long as I don't have to hear one more idiotic thing from you. Yeah. And John Candy's sitting there like, what the heck? Like, I had no idea.
Yeah. He doesn't say, like, I had no idea. Yeah.
But he's like, book him.
Yeah. That was funny. Book him. I never asked them. And then, I got this scene because this is the final scene right here. So he turns out to go back to the office, and now he's a president, right? President?
Yeah,
or
now
CEO?
He took Elliot's spot. He runs the detective agency, I guess.
So, like, when I saw this scene again today, like, I was like, there could be a part 2 to this thing, and it would have been.
I thought that too.
Great, yeah.
And there might have been if he hadn't have passed away, because this was 5 years before he passed away. So maybe they were writing it still or something, and it could have been a thing, but. So this is one of his, like, I wonder if this is his last movie, dude. I have to look it up now.
1989, maybe. Well, one of his last movies. But so it ends with this scene where he is president, but he's still going strong at being a detective, and he's gonna travel to San Francisco to go help out. It was awesome.
Oh no, he did one. Oh, so maybe he passed while he was filming. He did like a Western.
Oh yeah, I think that's where he passed away. Actually,
it's called Wagons East, and it looks like it was probably filmed in Mexico because it's like a Western.
Yeah.
So he might have passed away during filming.
All right, man. We're gonna so we are at an hour and 20 minutes, and I gotta say it's there. I think, well, most likely because I had so many pictures. I have 40 slides for this one, more than any other one. Just because I love this movie so much. And like when I was watching this movie again today, I was like, I love this scene. I love this scene. I love this scene. I love this scene. So for me, the score and final thoughts, I think it's kind of obvious. Yeah. But any point scale, any type of anything you want to leave on this one. But what was your score, and what are your final thoughts on this one?
I don't know. For me, it's hilarious, and it's a nostalgic movie, and it feels like it still holds up to this day as a funny movie. So if you think of it that way, like even the plot is not that bad. Like there's a couple plot holes in the story, but it's not. Again, it's like we said with See No Evil, Hear No Evil. It's not about the story really. It's more the story is just like. I worded it better when we did See No Evil, Hear No Evil. The story is just something that gives him the opportunity to be an idiot like this and be funny and everything, right? So I'd give it like a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Like there's nothing that I don't like about it. There's nothing that annoys me about it. You know, I love this movie. So yeah, like I fall in the same boat. Like nostalgia kicks in hard. John Candy's name just kicks in hard. The acting, the goofiness of the character, it doesn't take itself serious. You know, it could have, or it could have, like, you know, especially with the actors in this movie, like
it could have been a whole different movie. It could have been a serious drama, but for what it is and where it stands right now, like even being a movie that's what like 30 years old, 30 something years old, it still holds up. I recommend it. I like I said in the very beginning, I think I have 5 different versions of this movie, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't know why, but this is like one movie where like I could fall back on it and watch it again. I give it a 5 out of 5, an A plus. You guys, if you guys get a chance, check
You
it
gotta
out.
come up with a rating system. Like
I
we gotta
tried to.
come up with a rating for the not one that has to be like, I'm not saying like cinematography, lighting, like all that. Like this is this out
Yeah,
of that. I'm saying like a 5 out of 5 film clips, or a 5 out of 5 bananas for King Banana, or something. Like
yeah.
something like that. We gotta figure out a scaling thing.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think. How many bananas do you give this thing?
5 out of 5 bananas.
Yeah.
Fully ripe bananas. None of those green bananas.
Yeah. 3 ripe bananas, by the way. No, that's good. That's a good idea. I like that idea. Yeah. The badass movie. I can't believe like it's back to back to back to back good
Dude.
movies. So it's good.
Okay, my mind works this way. If you do bananas, then it's like your own Rotten Tomato score. But instead, it's like
Yeah.
Rotten Bananas, and it kind of ties into like King Kong and the kaiju thing too. That's kind of fun.
You could even go to like what do they call? No, you could even go like 5 spoiled bananas, like for being a
Yeah.
really bad score. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Yeah, I gotta figure out the icons or logo for that thing, but that'd be cool. But Money, thanks for stopping by and thanks for doing the review with me. I'm sorry it took forever, like long ass time, but we are at the end of it, and I want to ask you, it's your turn. So, what movie is next?
Okay, I'm picking this movie because I never saw it, and I hope. Well, I don't even know if you saw it. I hope you like it, but Calvin keeps recommending it to me, and we started to watch it on Sunday morning, but like I went home and because we were hanging out for his birthday, but I want to watch it because it has good actors. It's called We Own the Night. Have you seen it? It's with Joaquin Phoenix, Eva Mendes, Mark Wahlberg's in it. I think there's some other big actors, but it's more like a action drama, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks good, man. And Calvin says it's good, so I trust Calvin's opinion. But yeah, and it looks like something me and you would both like. And I love Joaquin Phoenix, man.
I love Joaquin, yeah.
So,
And Eva Mendes too. She wants to hook it up.
yeah, and you
I'm
see,
cool with that.
I'll give you the spoilers. Like 10 minutes in, you see an Eva Mendes titty. So not bad, not bad.
If you start doing movie reviews, how many titties do you give this?
Oh, depends. Are they big? Yeah.
Okay. I think like I've seen a bunch of trailers to this thing. So and I love what's this guy on the bottom right? What's his name?
I'm thinking
Robert
that's
Duvall.
Robert Duvall,
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's in. You seen Secondhand Lions?
Secondhand Lines. I can't remember now.
It's like a story about 2 older guys that were in the army together, and they adopt it's like their nephew or their grandson or something,
Mhm.
and he goes to live with them. It's good. If you like Robert Duvall, you should watch that because he's in it. It's good.
I love Robert Duvall of all movies. I love him. John Q.
Oh, John Q's amazing movie, man.
Yeah.
What is he? The cop in that one? He's the
Yeah.
detective, huh? Yeah.
He's the not interrogator, but what's it called?
The interrogation specialist, or the guy that talks to the.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, I forgot he was that guy in there. That's a good one.
We Own the Night is next. I'm glad you didn't pick another comedy. Like, it would have been cool to do another comedy, but I kind of want to get into more serious stuff too. But We Own the Night. And we'll figure out the date on that one.
Yeah, it's up to you. I'm good with Monday again if you want, but whenever you have time.
Okay. Yeah. What's it called? Thanks again. We are at 1 hour 30 minutes. That's crazy. Money, you got anything coming up, man? You got
I'm gonna go jump on Mario's stream right now. El Profi.
Okay.
We're gonna talk statues and stuff. So I mean, if you want to go over and talk statues, you can, man. I'm inviting you. I know it's Mario's channel, but come on. We're gonna talk like PCS and sculptors and stuff. So I haven't talked to that. Whoa, hey. He's like, you coming in on my turf, man? Do you know I talk cashews on Tuesday?
know, yeah.
The fuck is this, huh? You know who you are? You know where you're at right now?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I got right now, and then normal stuff rest of the week. CW and LW on Friday.
I had this cool shirt idea, so I'm gonna try to plug that in tomorrow. But
Oh, I saw your shirts, man. I kind of like the left though. I kind of did like when it was on the left.
Yeah, but like looking at it from one of my friends that designs a lot of stuff, she said, the one in the center would like go well with anything you wear. Like that way.
Okay, well you make me a left one. Okay,
Oh
then,
god.
I have a one of one.
Yeah,
Everybody else can be the center guy, you know.
You got the exclusive.
Yeah, exactly. It's a limited edition. It has an ES of 1. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Let's get out of here. But thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Let's see if it does it. See you guys. Oh, they didn't press end stream. Oh.